Good morning, everyone. Well, if you haven't heard by now, then let me tell you that Ronce and I have decided to move to Austin, Texas. God's been calling us for about 6 months, and we feel the time is right by now. And He said to me to catalog the journey of how we're walking this out with Him, and what it looks like just to do everyday life with Jesus as we go through a big transition period. And this morning I find myself just sitting here crying and getting these messages from people that we've walked with for 6.5, 7 years now, and just giving myself permission to grieve the fact that I won't see them again, that this time is coming to an end. And in the Bible it says that God is with those who mourn and who grieve. And so I've been sitting here just running through conversations that I've had with these people over the years, and the way they've deeply impacted my life. That the conversations about personal things and what marriage looks like, and what business development looks like, what personal development looks like, talking about God, sharing the amazing stories, that the encounters that we've been through together, the experiences that we've been through together, the times of deep heart connections, deep spirit connections, deep, just walking with people on a deep level, right? Opening up our hearts, being real and vulnerable with each other, and walking with each other on the journey. So as I've sat here, a friend of mine described this feeling as sappy, a combination of sad and happy. And that's exactly what it is, because each day I've been tracking the provision of God. I've been on this journey for a little while of going, Lord, will you show me the difference between the money that we get in and and your provision? Because money is just one stream of provision. It's just one way God blesses us, but we can be so consumed by it when it does so much, right? It pays your mortgage, it puts gas in your car, it puts food on your table, it sends your kids to college. And so we can get consumed by just the money aspect of provision. So I said to him, Lord, let me track the provision. And so I've been doing that every day, and it's just been astounding. I've set certain financial goals of faith that we're asking God for. And the first one was a certain amount of money, and we put our budget together, right? Because the Bible is very clear. Plan the way you're going, plan it with God, let Him adjust the plan as you go. And so we did, and provision has come in so many amazing different ways, from not having to do some things. So that was a major chunk that was taken out of that budget, because we just realized that, so for instance, it was $2,500 to get a truck to be able to take our stuff down to Austin. And we looked around our place and went, we don't really get very attached to material things. We don't have things that are worth a lot. So we're actually thinking we don't actually have $3,000 worth of furniture to take down with us. So why are we paying for a truck? So that came off the budget. So there are ways that God provides where He goes, no, you don't actually need that amount of money. You don't need that thing. Let's take it out of the equation. So I've never thought of that as provision before. The just surprise donations from people for the way Francis helped them with their computers over the years, the hundreds and hundreds of hours of coaching sessions that I've done over the years. It's just people just blessing us with what they have. Somebody gave us a little bit of money the other day, and she said, thank you so much for helping me. And it blessed us so much to know that she was giving out of the little she had, because we've walked with her for years. Provision, like we sold a car yesterday, and it went super quick. Holy Spirit said to me at 7:30 in the morning, He said, okay, put the car online, put it on Marketplace now. And I went, okay. Lord, it's not the most convenient time, but absolutely you say I'm going to do it now, so I'm going to do it now. I try to be obedient, right? So I put it on, and we literally had 5 offers within a couple of hours, and we put it on for the price that Holy Spirit said to put it on for. So the first woman comes, and she looks around the car, and she's looked at it for a little bit, and she goes, you know what? this just isn't my car. I don't feel like this is the car for me. I love it. It's in beautiful condition. It's exactly what I want. It's the price I can afford, everything, but I just don't feel like it's my car. It's for somebody else. So we got talking, and she shared a testimony of what God had done in her life, and it so blessed me to hear her story of how she goes on adventures with Jesus. And then the next person that came was a man in his 70s, and he and I just went for a drive to test drive the car, and we had a great conversation about his life, and I was able to encourage him, and he encouraged me with what his family life looks like. And by the end, he bought the car for the full price because they wanted to bless their grandson. So now I know that this car that we've looked after so well and has just treated us and served us so well is now going to a young man who's going to be able to enjoy a great car too. So that was provision of finances, quick and easy, done when I obeyed him and did put the car on for the price he said at the time. He said, great conversations, sharing testimonies and hearing God's goodness in other people's lives too. So this provision's coming in all these fascinating ways as I'm tracking it. And this morning, that provision looks like memories, and looks like God sitting with me and going, it's okay. You need to grieve the fact that you're leaving these people behind. It's okay to grieve and be excited at the same time. And that He's just with us in the middle of it. So today, this morning, the provision of God is looking like knowing that He's with me as I cry, and knowing that He will bring memories to my memory of the ways I've walked with these precious people for the last 6-7 years, and be able to just cement that in my heart, the seeds I've sown, the seeds they've sown, and how beautiful it is to walk in community. So I love that. Very, very, very blessed today. So thank you for all of you that are watching. Thank you for the way you've done life with us, and I won't get to say goodbye to everyone personally, but I hope you follow our journey, and we get to follow your journey. We get to stay connected, even if it's just virtually, and that's okay. So this is the adventure that Jesus is inviting me on today. Remember that He invites you on them too. It's the most amazing thing to walk through every situation in life with Him. So I bless you guys to know that He is close. He's with you no matter what you're going through today. Ups, downs, sideways, He's with us through it all. So as always, Jesus is inviting you on an adventure today. Will you accept? I'll see you tomorrow.